Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today, our first Siege video. I've been addicted to this game. I've been playing it a lot. And I decided I wanted to give you guys 10 tips on how to get better and start out on Siege. Now, I've used all these tips and have used these to teach some of my friends. And they turned out to be not so bad at the game. So I think that these tips could help you guys. So, let's get into the first tip. Okay guys, so for our first tip is droning. So, when you first get into the game, when you throw your drone, you automatically get onto your drone, which leaves your body open and you cannot move. But, if you go into options, then you go into controls and you change drone deployment to advanced. Click apply. And then when you throw your drone, you can still move out of the way. And then you can drone in and you'll be safe from enemies. Because they can hear when you throw your drone and they'll pre-fire into the window to see if you didn't have this setting on. Okay, so for our next tip, we have advanced gadget. So, when you hold out your gadget with this setting off, it automatically is put away. You can't just hold it out. And you have to be up close to a door. See, it's pretty buggy. So, if you press escape, you go into options, and then you go into controls, and you change gadget deployment to advanced. Click apply. When you hold out your breaching charge, you can still hold it out. So you can hear, you can have someone drone in, then there's no one there, so it's clear, and then you go up, and then you deploy it. Okay guys, for our next tip, we have disabling shake. So, when I put my breach charge on the wall, I have default shake enabled. So when I activate it, and it explodes, my screen shakes all over, and it becomes very hard to see enemies that are behind the wall. So, when I go into options, accessibility, and then scroll down and see screen shake intensity, change that to off, and apply. So now, when you explode something or breach a wall, now, there's no shake, and it's a lot easier to see enemies that are in the building. Okay guys, for our next tip is to enable deploy lines. So, when you go to throw a flashbang, you don't really know where it is. And if you're trying to throw it into this hole, you might accidentally miss and flash yourself. See, that looked like the little line in the center looked like it would have went in. But if you go to options, general, and then visible throw trajectory and turn that on, now you can see a line where your flashbang is going to go. And you can even see it when it bounces, which is useful to get stuff under doors like this. See? And this also works for your drone too, if you need to get it into a tight hole. Pause. Okay guys, next tip is to change your team color. So say that I am on defense. I'm not actually right now, but just say that I'm on defense. So as you can see, if I was on defense, these claymores give off light, which while they are red, is really hard to see. So if the opposing team color is blue, it is a lot easier to see any laser lights or gadgets that they have. Because as you can see, these claymores are a lot easier to see on defense as if they were red. So, if you go into options, accessibility, and change your team color to either orange or red, I like mine to be on orange, and your opposing team color, make sure it's blue. This will make it a lot easier to see the claymores and other laser devices. Okay guys, so now we are going to get into gameplay tips. So our first tip for gameplay is to always aim at head level. So say that the top of this bomb where the A is someone's head. Okay, since this is a one-tap headshot game, you want to hit in the head. So if you are constantly aiming at head level, right when you peek them, you'll see them right away, and you can instantly hit them in the head, which will kill them and get you lots of good kills. But if you were aiming down lower at the body, you'd have to shoot them a lot more, and they could possibly hit you in the head and kill you. So that's why you always want to be aiming at head level wherever you go, even when you're crouched or prone. Always aim at head level. Okay, our next tip for playing Siege is very important. This one isn't easy for some people, but playing with the team, especially if you have friends to play the game, this is good, because this game is a team game. So say that you're opening up this hatch, let everybody know, hey guys, I'm opening up this hatch, because maybe your teammate doesn't know and he walks right past and he gets killed. That way, all your other teammates can play off of this hole. That's just one example. There's many others, like different strats and stuff. It's just very good to play with your team. You can get a lot of easy wins. Okay, guys, so a good tip on defense is to use the cameras. Now, as you can see, there's a camera there. There are many cameras around, but if you press 5 to go onto the cameras, you can see all around the map, even outside, and you might be able to find where the enemies are attacking. Say that I'm an enemy, you can ping them or red ping them, and you can see, oh, maybe your teammates aren't over here, and you can see that they're pushing upstairs. So you can tell your team, and then you can be ready to defend and maybe get some free kills because they don't know where you're coming from. Another good tip for defense is to make sure you set up sight. Now Fenrir, he has these mines that you can place down. So say that whatever operator you're playing has gadgets, place them around. You're done placing them, reinforce some walls. You got walls reinforced, make head holes so you can see the enemies. It's very important to set up sight. And if you lose that round, set up sight differently so the attackers don't attack you in the same way. Say that half your team got killed on this head hole while they're peeking. Next time, reinforce that wall. Don't put a head hole there. It's very important to set up sight because this can give you a great advantage on the attackers and can give you some free wins if you set up sight correctly. Next, guys, very important tip for while being on attack is to make sure to drone in before you enter a building. See, since I droned in, who knows, there could have been an enemy here. Pretend that the generator is an enemy. I can yellow ping them or red ping them. And then I can look, I can peek them and shoot them and get a free kill. Because if I didn't know that they were there and I just went in, I would have got killed. Another tip on droning in is when you drone into the prep phase, you can, if you keep your drone alive, you can put your drone in some pretty evil spots. Like over here, it's really dark, and the defenders can't really see your drone. And now I have I have eyes on all of A site, and I can yellow ping and red ping enemies. Okay, guys, so as a special bonus, I'm going to tell you what operators I recommend to use when you first start into the game. So first, you start off with a few operators on defense, and I recommend using Capcan or Smoke, and I'll show you what both of them do. For Smoke, I recommend using the FMG and the P226 MK25. You can also use Smoke shotgun if you prefer using shotgun. It's not that bad. So Smoke's ability is these little mines that you throw, and then you press middle click again, and it releases a cloud of toxic gas that will damage the enemy players. So his gadget is mainly used to buy time. So say that there is an enemy coming upstairs. You can throw the smoke right here. See the enemies there? Activate it, and you can buy yourself around 10 to 15 minutes of time. Because unless if the attackers are crazy, they're not going to push through the smoke. And then it will buy yourself some time to tell your team, oh, there's enemies coming up there. And then your team can get into good angles, maybe get behind walls, and ready to attack them. Okay guys, so now for Capcan, I recommend using his 9x19 VSN and his PMN. His shotgun is also pretty decent. And I recommend using his nitro cell, because they're kind of OP. Okay guys, so what Capcan's ability is he has these tripwire mines that you can put on doorways or windows. And when an enemy hits the tripwire that you just saw there, it will explode and deal about 1/3 of the enemy's health. So it takes a maximum of 3 Capcans to kill any operator. If you put these on high traffic doorways and windows, like this doorway and this window, when an enemy goes through it, they'll either get damaged or die, and it will make an explosion sound, which will let your team know that enemies are coming through here. Okay guys, now for attack, I recommend playing IQ, using her 5.52 commando and her P12, and using the frag grenade or breach charge. Okay guys, so now what IQ's ability is she pulls up this sensor in her secondary, and she can detect any electronic device in the game. Now you can see that this camera is an electronic device, so it pings and makes this like little ring around it, and then you can destroy it. From the last operator that I was talking about, Capcan, this is really good against him because she can see the Capcans as an electronic device. Okay guys, another good thing about IQ is that if you guys did not find the bomb during droning phase, you can use her ability and you can spot out the bomb. This is very useful if you do not know where the bomb is. And you can also see any C4s from under you that might kill you, since C4s are kind of OP. Okay guys, that is it for this video on tips and tricks. Let me know if there's any other tips that you would like to put in the comments. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a better time playing Siege. And bye bye.
Mission successful. Bomb defused.
Too easy.